So we have a park bounded by a rectangular pathway, and this is a pond which has a semicircular path. The total length of all the paths discussed. So we'll need, so it's a rectangular path, so we'll just call this the length. That'll be the same, otherwise it wouldn't be a rectangle. And we have the width. So the total length of all the paths will be 2L plus 2W plus, so let's just pretend this is, well, I mean, it is a semicircle. So remember that the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, but that would be for a full circle. A semicircle would only be half that, so the semicircle length would just be pi times r. So if we can get the length, the width, and the radius, we are set. Statement 1 tells us that the 4 straight pathways are equal in length. We have no numbers whatsoever, so that's not enough to give us anything, actually. So statement 1, insufficient on its own. So we get rid of A as well as D. Statement 2 tells us that the paths that run horizontally each have a length of 80 feet. So we know that this is 80 and this is 80, but we don't know anything about the width sides. The other thing it does give us is it gives us the radius of the square, or radius of the square. Yeah, the radius of the semicircle. Because this distance is the same as the green line I drew, that means the radius of the circle is 40. So we do have enough to figure out the semicircular part and half of the rectangular part, but since we don't have these W's, this 2 is insufficient. We cross off 2 on its own. When you combine the two, here we can see that then the 4 straight pathways are equal in length and each of them is 80. So it turns out that it's a square rather than a rectangle. I mean, I guess we knew that from statement 1, but we had to pretend like we hadn't seen statement 1 for a moment. So we have, the perimeter will be 4 times 80 plus 40 pi, because we have all the measures that we need to solve for that perimeter. Both statements together.